Hey, welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Lost Podcast of Titan, a father and son journey through the sci-fi series that unite our generations, where we give commentary, thoughts, and tangents to the media that we see. And actually, just as a little taste and teaser, sometimes I feel bad for our audience that they don't get to listen into our pre-show. Uh,
You want to make an experiment someday and record the pre-show?
oh Lord. Like theoretically, I don't know. Okay, we'll discuss that. But just in the pre-show, we discovered a little gem that kept popping up over and over as we were just, looking at highest-grossing sci-fi films and lamenting at the list that was presented before us. But there was this movie that kept popping up repeatedly called The Wandering Earth, which is a Chinese film that apparently did rather well, and neither of us knew about, but it's on Netflix. So, next episode, we're going to veer from our normal format where we do commentary, because we like to watch these movies with the subtitles. So, we'll be watching it fresh first time, and then next episode, it'll just be us doing commentary or, discussing what we thought of the film. But yeah, does that sound like a good idea to Papa?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad you agree.
Besides, I think we need to represent the foreign films.
We
more
do,
have.
yes. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but one of my goals or projects in life when I ever get really some free time is I want to get like a sampling of countries from, we got North America obviously, but I want South America.
Oh, I remember you mentioning that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want North America, South America. And I want Europe. I want Africa. I want Russia, and I want India. I want China. Australia, I love you all very much. I think you can be lumped in with Europe.
Well, we already did Mad Max.
We did? Yeah, well, yeah. I mean like a personal project just for me. And
okay.
I want to get like a sampling, like say I choose the year 2005 or something like that. I would like a sample of a comedy, of a suspense, of a horror, and a sci-fi film.
Well, I'm glad you said Europe and not Denmark, because in regards to science fiction and or horror, they only did one really noticeable monster film, and that was Reptilicus, which is absolute garbage.
What movie was that? I'm sorry?
Reptilicus.
Reptilicus.
Yes.
I don't know. What was the country that made the world's most boring assassin girl movie?
The world's most boring what?
The world's most boring assassin girl movie. She was raised as a killer or something like that. She was a little blonde girl, had a family.
Hannah.
Yes, the world's most boring fucking movie. Yes, that movie.
I liked it.
I'm glad you have a wrong opinion. You are allowed that. Let's take this interesting, been done to death concept and do zero with it. Absolute nothing.
I thought there was a lot done with it.
Uh-huh.
And I do know I have people and critics who agree with me.
Uh-huh. That's why there's the Hannahverse. Sequel after sequel, busting records left and right.
I thought you were trying to remember La Femme Nikita.
No, you want to know why La Femme Nikita? La Femme Nikita actually released in a theater and made some money, and tempted me to eat a little bit of popcorn.
I mean, I liked it, but apparently we have to disagree on Hannah.
Well, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen Hannah, I'm sorry, and I hope you got your money back. But if you've seen Hannah, please email us at lostpodcastattitan@gmail.com and let us know your opinion on Hannah. Speaking of,
because apparently my opinion is not worth anything here.
Well, yours can be wrong. That's why I have you on the podcast, so that everyone can see how right my opinion is, and how wrong your
Uh,
opinion is.
yeah, write us at
Lots.
lostpodcastoftitan at gmail.com and tell my partner in crime here he's full of garbanzo beans.
One of these days, I'm actually going to have garbanzo beans. But anyway, so today, ladies and gentlemen, we are on Star Trek. We are going to be watching a private little war. I vaguely remember this kind of like Kirk is going to seduce somebody. That doesn't really narrow it down, but it's a memory
No,
that
it
stands
doesn't.
out.
And he doesn't really, it's not his intention to seduce
Of course
anyone.
not. Of course,
No,
like it
I'm
wasn't his
serious.
intention to seduce the. What was she? Was she 19 years old or something?
You're thinking of Miri?
Yeah, no, no, no. In the Name of the King.
Oh, Lenore.
Yeah, I don't think she. I actually think she was a little bit younger than 19. But hmm. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead, put us on pause, and when you're ready, come back, and we'll go ahead and press play when we get down to 0. Welcome back, and we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, play. Dun dun dun. Fire phasers. There's too much water on that planet.
I'm going to get you a t-shirt that says fire photon torpedoes or something.
There should be a T-shirt all about that. Wait. Why is the medical officer the one doing? Oh, never mind. Okay, he answered that right there. Fire
Well, we could say
photon
that
torpedoes shirt.
that they could have sent biological or engineers and stuff to do the sampling.
And this is the same rocks from
Yeah.
Marina. It's just a different time of year, so there's actually some grass. It's actually kind of shocking because I don't live in that area, but I live in the climate, and in the middle of like air quotes winter, I guess it's all brown and rock, and that's it. But then as soon as spring comes up, poof, everything's green. Oh geez, I hope that no one notices our yellow attire and bright blue attire.
Yes, I mean that's kind of they're supposed to be a hunter-gatherer culture, and yet they can't see these two people outlined on the rocks up there.
Really.
Yet you brought them along.
And on top of that, something's already amiss.
Oh,
I mean, obviously they are aware of like Starfleet, I guess. He lived with Tyree. What did he tell Tyree?
hold that thought. You'll find out.
All right, okay.
Well, let's just say he ran his mouth off.
Of course he did. Kabloom! Beam up. Oh, thank you. Holy shit.
Wow!
Holy shit. Okay. Oh. Oh, damn. That went
Nice,
through him.
nice touch. Green stain on the uniform.
But you notice what else is missing?
What?
A hole.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's hope that the sample kit beams up with them.
Huh. Something isn't right.
Yeah, it has been a while since you've seen this. If you
It's been
have,
years since I've seen really most of the original series episodes.
and this isn't necessarily one of my go-to episodes when I'm in a Star Trek mood, but it's looking better.
Well, we have noticed that there are just some episodes that really just need to be kind of forgotten.
There are some that are forgotten, and there are some that really need to be forgotten.
And there's a precious few that just need to be rewritten entirely.
Yeah, third season Star Trek comes along and says, "Hold the beer."
Oh Jesus, really? Is that where most of the bad episodes are?
Uh, it would seem so. Yeah.
Oh Lord. Zoosh. So were you part of the letter writing campaign to save the, or did you catch it when it was on syndication?
I am proud to say that I was part of the letter writing campaign because I saw Star Trek during its initial run.
Yeah, okay.
So, those of you in the audience can send appreciative emails to me at via
Lost podcast of Titan at
lostpodcast@gmail.com.
gmail.com.
I am a veteran.
A veteran of the letter writing campaign.
Yes.
We have to be careful. Like
I ha-
apparently, no, apparently stolen valor is actually a thing that I didn't realize until a few years ago.
oh,
And like, holy shit, the balls on these people to do what it is they do. Like I'm going to dress up and pretend I was a colonel and in this conflict or et cetera, and they uh, you have people who hunt down people who
yes.
have stolen valor, and I'm like, oh damn.
But, I think I ought to have a campaign ribbon because I was part of the letter writing campaign. Just like I survived the ultimate, so-called ultimate convention in Houston years ago.
The ultimate convention?
Yeah, the really disastrous convention that took place in the 80s.
Hmm.
Oh, and in case you haven't been paying attention, there's a Klingon warship in the area.
Oh, naturally, as Klingons are wont to do.
Yeah, you did.
Chekhov's like, mirror. And still no Sulu.
I know.
Hey, we have another doctor.
Yes, we'll be seeing him a few times.
Oh, damn. Okay.
He's a Vulcan specialist.
Oh, and he just happens to be on the Enterprise for
Yeah.
the one Vulcan. That's not really a revelation.
And they have Spock on the Enterprise, but they don't have replacement
Organs,
Vulcan
yeah.
organs. Yeah.
But also, this implies there's a room somewhere full of organs.
So the Klingons signed on to a non interference Pact,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
or unless it was part of the Organian peace treaty.
Also, fuck the Klingons. They've gone toe to toe with Klingon ships before. Oh, damn. That's actually pretty cool. But, yeah.
You can send a tight beam transmission to Starfleet warning them that there's a Klingon presence in the area.
Or shoot out a probe that is supposed to transmit only when it's far enough away not to give away their position.
Yeah.
Are they on a blue screen?
No.
Or like a... Is that a painting behind? No.
No.
It's just weird. Oh, really? Oh my god. Also, that doesn't make sense. Why is that creature in that area? Normally, animals kind of blend in with their surroundings almost as a general rule.
Well, we could maybe spend time arguing with the creature, but I don't think it's in a mood to argue. By the way, the Mugato was played by Janos Prohaska, who was also the Horta in Devil in the Dark.
Oh. I'm sure his mother was very proud.
He brought in money.
Oh, that's no good. Oh, look, it's dinner. Stabby, stabby.
Do I need a translator? Stab.
Oh, thank God. I was getting a bit much. Are they really carrying him like Jesus in the cross pose?
I guess.
Way to go, Shatner. Way to go. Also, you would think if the Mugato was a common creature that more people would know how to cure the poison.
Well, a common creature on that planet. Apparently, this is the first time the Federate or Starfleet has returned to it since that initial survey that Kirk was in charge of.
Oh, well, yes, naturally.
Yeah, we've been noticing them.
Wait a minute. I
So on
think
this,
she's up to no good as well. Wait a minute.
she's being a real Canuto. So on this planet, the women handle the date rape drugs. Okay.
Only the Canutu women.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh. Can you not, like, wait?
Bring the equivalent of black coffee or whatever they have there.
Boop, 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 boop. God damn.
I know.
Like
Interesting
sometimes.
animal life on this planet.
Huh. Dun dun dun. What have I done? Well, yes.
Bullshit.
And thus 1,000 more slash fictions were launched.
All right.
Nurse Chapel, now. That is sexual assault.
I'm sure something in the HIPAA law prevents her what she's doing. Oops. Don't make love by the garden gate. Love is blind, but the neighbors ain't. Yeah, she's a real Canuto.
Get that Mugato turd out of my face.
It's a Magato turd. Oh, Mako.
Oh. Listen, no, it doesn't. McCoy, she's wiggling it with her fingers. Obviously. All right, this is a bit much.
In what particular way?
Just
Oh,
kind of dramatic. Also, this looks like they wanted to do an episode with Native Americans, but there's a lot of white people I see.
well, hold that thought because we'll be having a Native American episode in the third season.
Is it any better?
Eh, it's. I would give it the same rating I'd give this one.
Also, I can't tell if that's her skin tone or is that just a lot of makeup.
I think there's a lot of well, she's played by Nancy Kovac, who was the heroine in my favorite Ray Harryhausen film, Jason and the Argonauts, and I think she looked pretty much the same there.
Hmm.
Her husband is played by Michael Whitney, who was the guy who ended up being hung in the movie The Way West because he was fooling around with Sally Field's character.
As one does.
Yes. Well, fool around with Sally Field, yes, not being hung because of it.
Well, Sally Fields will only let you play with her if you're hung.
Well, yeah. Well, okay, we're kind of handling different definitions of the word hung here. Same hairdo in The Way West.
Da-da.
I dreamed I was directing a movie.
And I dreamed that someone shoved a Magato turd on my wound, which is not very sanitary. You can thank us by giving us guns. Or what happens if she tries to seduce a Klingon besides launching 1,000 more slash fictions? Like, would she intrigue a Klingon, you think?
I think so. She's a very Klingon-esque type of female.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
No. Look at that smug smirk.
Really. How come from the back that looks like leather, but from the front it looks like denim? Sort of.
I'm sorry, I just keep getting distracted by the back, so
Oh,
I'll come
okay.
back to later.
So all of you were asleep and a whole Klingon army could have materialized and would have went up the creek.
What the fuck? What was your problem?
He was awakened from a sound sleep by a strange noise in his cave.
So he knew that the Kunutu. Okay, this is weird. Oh, the witch people.
I kind of noticed, yeah.
This much is obvious.
Down, girl.
Let's not be hasty.
You might want to repeat that a little louder.
Let's not be hasty.
Ooh.
See, I forget which Native American society was this way, but I like this where it was the women who decided the tribe was going to war, but it was the men who ran the war. And that it, if I understood correctly, it kept things kind of harmonious between the tribes because stupid shit didn't get blown out of proportion, I guess.
Yeah. I think the term you're looking for is a matrilineal society.
Well, not necessarily, because I mean they didn't the women weren't totally in charge, which would be a matriarchal society.
Okay.
So here's the question. So let's say this happens, and let's say, for example, the villagers aren't being supplied secretly by the Klingons or whatever. Is Starfleet going to let Tyree and his people get wiped out?
Apparently, if it is definite that the rifles are being produced due to natural development and talent. Tyree, you got a big mouth.
Mm. Well, no, she had a good point. She couldn't heal him unless she knew everything about him.
Well, that was her story. I wonder if that's really the case.
I, Papa, I don't think that's really the case.
I mean, let's talk.
I think we're okay to say that it was a bamboozle.
Let's bring in another Canutu woman for consultation to get another
Wait,
opinion.
oh wait, there's more than one Canutu. Oh my. God damn.
Oh, well, let's chop him off at the knees. Why don't we?
That's pretty much the option here.
Well, if it'll shut you up, maybe.
Oof.
Yeah, but your emphasis is on powerful.
Ooh, god damn.
She was pretty much like that in Jason and the Argonauts as well.
So you're saying she plays a type?
Yeah. Well, they're being painted into a corner no matter what the situation turns out to be.
Yeah. It is not. Like, we've discussed this. Like, I mean, what about the Klingons? Is killing the Klingons stupid and useless if they're firing at us?
Well, if you can't load up a big pile of tribbles on their ship, then maybe.
No! What is this? No, not the Klingons.
I don't know how sharp is your knife.
Why not just start with? I don't understand. What is this bullshit?
What do you mean?
Why not just simply give them some hand lasers?
They don't want to make it too obvious in case a Starfleet vessel comes by. Wink,
Oh yes,
wink,
I'm
nudge,
sure
nudge.
they're very concerned about being subtle. Subtle.
Besides, they don't want to make these people too advanced. Else, what if they decide to turn their new weapons on the Klingons?
That's why you give them just hand lasers. How is McCoy an expert in blacksmithing now?
Well, he's depending on readings from his tricorder.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, McCoy.
So much for
Toss the
Klingon
Klingon into the. I
warriors.
was about to say. Close the door.
Like that one guy did in the original version of the thing. He opens the door, the monster is right behind it, and so he immediately closes the door again.
I remember that part. Yeah.
Okay, one of you is going to have to stop it. Okay, now both of you are going to have to reload those flintlocks.
All three of you are need to.
Oh,
What is Scotty doing there?
good question. Oh, he's not going to rush to stop him, huh?
Well, no, because he's a man. Oh well, and another 1,000 fictions are launched. The Secret Diary of Mistress Chapel.
Yes, that's a freebie giving out to our listeners, those of you who are inclined to fan fiction writing.
Which probably should be all of you.
At that primitive tin can.
I thought it was a clay pot or, a clay thing.
It probably was, but I'm just, amused that they managed to come up with stuff to shoot.
Give me that. She don't look into. Okay. On top of that, what's the other option? Because like the village people were just going to wipe out the hunters anyway.
It's really a knife edge here. I mean, Kirk is facing court-martial charges over this. And the only thing that might save his career is the proof of the Klingon interference.
Mm-hmm.
Beam back up the Enterprise when it comes back.
Seriously.
And here's your context for this episode.
So there's no de-escalation at all.
Right. See, he's justifying the non-interference policy. It's interesting how these things go without Spock to provide, to sort of act as a referee. Why is he taking the phaser?
I would too. A Kanutu woman is dangerous.
Do you need to be slapped again?
Huh. Well, I mean, Uhura is willing and able.
Yeah, her arm goes up. Me.
She'll even write a new song about it.
Really the wrong time to approach her. Men always think it's their idea. He chased her until she caught him.
Huh. Now, they're different. Okay.
Yes.
They have the same physiology?
Apparently close enough, but it seems to be taking him longer to be affected.
And now Tyree will shoot Captain Kirk. Kapow! Wait, how much more time in the episode? Oh, that might be the end of the episode. Well, she is, yes.
I love that dirty water. Dun, dun, dun.
Aw.
Wow, you were really looking forward to that, weren't you?
Like, I was like, yes, do it, do it, do it. Another Mugato. What the fuck is this shit? Kirk, what are you doing?
He's recovering.
Well, come on, Tyree. Shoot. You have a musket.
No, he threw it away and wandered off.
Oh, well.
Maybe it's time for the hill people to find new territories, since we seem to have a Mugato problem here.
Da-na.
Didn't your parents raise you any better? Oh, well, then again.
Bum, bum. Oh, Jesus. Tyree, grow the fuck up. This is why your Canutu woman is trying to canoodle with the Kirk here.
Well, this is kind of the same thing that got him hung in the way west.
Well, that's why the girl played with him, so.
You see these red stains on the rock?
Yeah.
So it's not just me, okay. So mercenary little bitch, isn't she?
She's the only one who's made any sense this entire episode.
Seriously, you're taking up for her position.
What other option is there?
Giving hand phasers to a primitive people?
Okay, for one thing, my people are being slaughtered by other people who were peaceful but have been given weapons by a clear outside force, and now they're just running amok. My husband
Amok,
isn't going
amok,
to do
amok,
anything
amok.
about it because he's a wishy-washy, peace-loving, hippy-dippy bullshit bastard. And he has a friend who can clearly, yes, I'm siding with her. I'm siding with her. Now, was this the better idea? No.
Well, push the firing button and maybe it'll convince them. But if you're just gonna, uh, oh, so you're bringing a knife to a rape, huh?
Why isn't she firing the weapon?
I mean, the trigger is prominently there on the hand phaser.
You think she would have tried it out? Da-da! Punch, kick, pow, blap,
Spartan dog,
fumble.
Roman pig, Saracen cow.
That is a
Here, let me
heavy
take
ass
that
rock.
fake. Let me take that fake rock out of your hands.
I'm sorry, but like a rock half that size would just wreck me. Because rocks are fucking heavy. This is why they're called rocks.
Yes, this helpful hint.
Brought to you by the Lost Podcast of Titan. Da 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 da. Rocks are heavy. Da 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 da.
Does she still have the hand phaser? No, I think McCoy is holding it now.
I think they're in the village, sir. You know, the village where they live. Like, I mean, also, if they're really this hard up on their convictions, the cat's out of the bag. Just beam up Apella and Tyree and be like, look, either y'all work it out here and now, or we'll just phaser the entire area and let the rest of the planet develop naturally.
Well, actually, I like that better than your earlier suggestion.
Which earlier suggestion?
The one you had arming the hill people.
Yeah. No.
I think someone needs to be slapped a bit more. With ammo. And gunpowder.
Serpents for the guard. Ah, god damn it. Okay, that's actually kind of a good line. All right, fine.
You're just bad. You're just feeling bad because they actually used it, and it wasn't just you.
This is also true. Yes.
Low key ending.
That's a somber ending. Yeah. Oh Lord, that was not a good episode.
Overall, because of the execution, or you just didn't like it, period, or because of the story?
Execution. I like the Canutu woman, but obvious reasons. But yeah, like I'm sorry, there should have been like Uhura, like the crew on the bridge had a point. If it was the Klingons, why bother with flintlocks? Just jump right to the hand lasers. That way they're clearly superior. Then they don't have to keep going through this bullshit of, here's next week it's going to be flint rocks. I mean, this week it's flintlocks, and next week it is rifled barrels. Just.
This would have been interesting if they'd had this episode immediately after a piece of the action, which is another example of a culture that had been interfered with.
Mm-hmm. But of course, a piece of the action had a complete working diagrams of Tommy guns and pistols and vehicles and all that shit. Just of Chicago, 1920s Chicago. Oh Lord, I still like the piece. I like piece of the action better than I like this one. But I think it's also because they had more fun doing piece of the action.
I'm giving A Private Little War a very high C because it's not an episode I generally go to, and I think everyone just dropped the ball here.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a D, like with a please see me after class, because it's just.
I like it. Please see me after class. Yeah.
Oh,
and you're going, that can't be good.
Sure. But that's it for the Star Trek episode, Private Little War, and we hope you all enjoyed it. And next week will be this Wandering Earth discussion. Hopefully that turned out well.
Well, it should certainly turn out a bit better, I think, than our discussion here.
Yeah, really. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Behave.